much as wide as I am, double tall. So Rob, come around the corner there, has to go feet first.
This is terrifying.
Okay, so the victim is probably about the top of his feet are about maybe 1.5 to 2 feet below my feet right now.
In November of 2009, a group of explorers entered one of Utah's most popular underground.
I mean, everyone's heard about this one. The guy who got stuck and died, and they closed it off for life.
One tragic mistake triggered a desperate fight for survival, leading to one of the most extensive rescue operations ever attempted.
Remember, just to be safe.
The following is based on official police records, as well as public statements and interviews from family members and individuals involved in the rescue.
I get people doing things that are adventurous for fun, but this has always just seemed crazy and stupid to me. We're supposed to be living life above ground, man, not below it.
Utah for the Thanksgiving holiday, accompanied by his wife Emily and their 1-year-old daughter. On November 24th,
he had a wife and kid?
John, his brother Josh, and 9 other friends and family members set out to explore a popular cave system, never imagining that one of them would never make it out. In 1960, an explorer named Dale Green discovered the hydrothermal cave located west of Utah Lake.
Hydrothermal?
Due to the soft,
cut out by water
texture of the clay lining its narrow passages, he named it the Nutty Putty Cave. A nod
That's
to
a
the
great
children's toy
name.
Silly Putty.
That's a great name.
Afterward, it became one of Utah's most popular.
I mean, everybody's heard of
underground
this.
systems,
Like,
seeing as many as 6,000
if you have
groups of
Instagram or
explorers
anything like
each
that,
year,
you've seen a post
including
about it.
young Boy Scouts. But as time passed, the cave's dangers became impossible to ignore, and rescue calls grew more frequent. In 2004, 16-year-old Brock Clark was trapped upside down for nearly 14 hours, but ultimately survived the harrowing ordeal. 2 years later, the cave entrance was gated off.
Upside
and
down?
Restrictions
Oh
required
my
permits
God.
for entry. To obtain a permit, at least one person in each group was required to have prior caving experience, a measure intended to prevent tragedy. But on November 24th, 2009,
that always works out well.
26-year-old John Jones, his brother, and their friends made their way into the cave system. Tragedy was about to unfold. According to police records, it was around 9:30 p.m. when Josh Jones contacted local authorities for help, telling them his brother John had gotten stuck inside the cave.
How long had he
Josh
been there?
and John were both experienced cavers and had been inside Nutty Putty Cave before. A critical mistake had left John trapped in one of the most horrifying situations imaginable. While attempting to navigate a well-mapped section of the cave known as the Birth Canal, named for its extremely narrow passageway, John took a wrong turn and entered an unmapped section of tunnel near an area called Ed's Push. John likely believed that if he kept moving forward, he would eventually have enough room to turn around. When he reached a small opening, John crawled headfirst into the sloped passage, not realizing it was a dead end.
Man.
Horrifically, John slipped into the tunnel and became trapped. According to police records, the constriction point John passed through was estimated to measure just 10 by 18 inches.
Oh my God.
John was pinned headfirst at an angle of more than 70 degrees,
Oh my God.
tilted onto his left side with his left arm trapped beneath him. It was the same area where a teenage boy had been rescued
That's
years
insane,
earlier.
dude. This
but
is
at
like
roughly
so
6 feet tall
stress-inducing.
and over 200 pounds, John would be far more difficult to free. By the time emergency crews arrived, he'd already been trapped for nearly an hour, and time was not on their
Man,
side.
I gotta say,
The
being a
first
big
rescue team
man,
to descend into the cave reached
it's
John
nice
at
being
12:38
disqualified
a.m.
from
on
ever
November
being doing this
25th,
stuff because
nearly
my
4
big
hours
booty
after
ain't
he
making
first
it down
became
any of
stuck.
these holes.
John
I ain't
appeared
making
to be
nowhere
in
in that
condition,
cave except through
and
the
to their
front
knowledge,
of
had
that
sustained
big
no
carving
physical
and
trauma.
out.
However, the only part of John that rescuers could see or
Was
access
his
were his
foot.
feet and part of his calves. The ceiling was so low that any attempt to raise John meant his feet would hit the ceiling after lifting him only a few inches. Rescue teams worked tirelessly through the night, staying by John's side and talking to him to keep him calm. But as the hours dragged on, little progress was made in freeing him, and time was quickly running out.
You could die from
The
cardiac
prolonged
arrest
inverted
with your
position
blood
John was
rushing that
trapped in
way.
was placing extreme strain on his body. As confidence in his rescue began to wane, exhausted search and rescue teams requested more personnel and resources.
This is terrifying.
After nearly 12 to 13 hours of failed rescue attempts, Cave explorer
13
Brandon
hours
Wallace
stuck
received
in
a
that
call alerting
angle?
him that a
Oh
rescue
my
operation was underway.
God, this is a
Brandon,
nightmare.
a cartographer who mapped much of the Nutty Putty cave system, was part
Dude,
of a volunteer
this is
group
like
called
stressing me
Utah
out. This
Cave
is
Rescue.
crazy.
By the time Brandon and the rest of the volunteer team arrived, rescuers were attempting to pull John free using a 4-to-1 pulley system. These efforts were captured in a series of videos recorded by the rescue team.
Okay, one of these. There's this slot here.
Dude, this is nuts, man.
Pretty much as
I mean, it's
wide
like...
as I am, double tall. So Rob come around the corner there, has to go feet first, because you have to go down this head first. This comes around a corner to your right and down. And then after that, it slopes off and to the left, which is where John is. So we've got one line going to Rob, another line to John.
This is insane.
This comes up this
This
way.
is the craziest thing. Just
Up
don't
to
do
down.
this. Like, if this
But
is
the
your
cave's
ambition in
layout
life,
created a major
find a
problem.
different
Several
ambition.
twists and turns separated
My
John from
God.
the nearest chamber that was large enough for rescuers to stand, and every bend created a friction point. Even with pulleys in place, the rope tightened against rocks and corners so severely that the whole system became ineffective. But the worst setback was still to come.
Tension on who?
Well, tell me how much.
Tension on who?
I think I'll probably be able to get one enough.
When was this?
So it goes from that anchor where Susie is,
How much more, Rob?
down, and then up again.
This is crazy.
Okay.
You couldn't pay me to go down into a cave and do this. Couldn't pay me.
Shimmy myself down.
This is like a horror movie, but it's worse because it's real. There's nothing you can do about it. It's just a nightmare. It's being stuck in that position, just a nightmare. Oh my God.
Yeah. Hold on a sec. Okay. So out of that. And then the rope continues up that way. Oh, let me turn around. So hold on feet. To go from here. We already have low battery showing.
We got low battery?
Yeah, I'll switch it out right now.
Yeah, might as well. Just come up and switch it out. You can have them shut off the air compressor.
Alright.
Double A's.
We got 26 minutes and 40 seconds of film.
Though John had entered the crevice head first, leaving his feet and calves exposed, Brandon went down feet first, his legs eventually making contact with John's.
Okay, so the victim is probably about the top of his feet are about maybe 1.5 to 2 feet below my feet right now, and
So you're standing straight up right now, right?
I'm laying, kind of laying, standing. It's pretty steep here. It's like maybe 60 or 70 degrees.
You can't
to
get
get
through that.
through, we would have to probably take this whole chunk off right here, which is
I'll back up and show them where.
which is really thick.
See, my legs
So right
barely
here.
fit through this where he came through, and this is where they've drilled out more.
And the space that you have to drill
See my
from
foot right here?
is,
My foot's bigger than the hole.
yeah. So to hit it at an angle, and you could maybe come down in here and drill, but it's going to wear somebody out pretty quick. And this is just
All these guys are
still
doing
have
is
all the
trying
way
to...
about, let's see, I'm about 5'8".
They already
about
know
six-
what the end of this is going
6
to
or
look
7
like.
feet beyond this, where you have to widen it for him to be able to fit through, and it's drilling through the smooth stuff, so to get a good angle on it, and it's really hard rock. Yeah,
You've been drilling, right, Brandon?
yeah.
So you know how hard it's been because you've actually been on the drill.
Yeah. Sometimes it's a piece of cake, and sometimes the rock is super hard, and you can't get through it.
Fitted. Trying to turn around here so you can see back up. Oh, it's too dark. You can see where we gotta go back up through that crack. There's Brandon again in the hole. See? He has to go feet first.
This is insane. Like, they should play this for every person who's ever
good
interested in doing
position.
this as a
As we
hobby.
go down, it gets narrower and tighter.
Man.
I'll stop until we make progress.
Once the drill arrived, Brandon, along with 2 other rescue team members, spent about...
I'd be afraid of a collapse
in an
from
effort
the
to widen
cave.
the passage. But due to the angle, the effort was slow going.
Okay, I am flat on my back, closest wall. I tilt the camera down. You can see.
This is where we widened out. We took out from here to right about here, so about maybe 5 inches here, and then a section here. And this was soft, and this was pretty hard to knock off, but this was soft and fairly easy to drill through. And this is the easiest place to drill. From here it just gets about 10 times harder.
So that's the easiest place to drill. They're knocked off quite a bit right
5
there.
inches, about an hour and a half.
5 inches in about an hour and a half.
Where it's easy to get to.
And that's the easiest place to get to. It just gets worse from there. And we're still a little...
I know I played...
up
It's
the
not a
position.
game, but there's a simulation where you walk
I'll
through
go.
the cave of
Brandon's gonna position himself
Nutty
'cause
Putty,
you have to
and
go
it goes,
down
and
only
it's like
one
a
way.
commentary of
From
one
here,
of
I'll
these
pass
guys
the
from the
camera to him
rescue
if he
team,
wants.
and you can see how everything looks
He'll
in
be able to use it down there.
VR. And that was crazy.
It kinks my side.
Remember, be safe.
Brandon was able to
he's
stabilize
dead.
himself by jamming his body into a narrower section of the crack, allowing him to speak with John. But once he introduced himself, he received no response.
He was having cardiac arrest.
According
Yeah.
to his account of events, Brandon was able to tap John on the leg and could hear him breathing a deep, gurgling breath,
Yeah, he had
as though
cardiac
his
arrest.
lungs were filling with fluid. Then John began making frantic small kicks with his feet, but after a second, he stopped. According to
27
Brandon, this was
hours.
likely the moment that 26-year-old John Jones passed away. After 27 hours trapped upside down, the strain on his body was simply too much. A paramedic would later
Man.
crawl through the treacherous tunnels and claustrophobic passageways to confirm his death. 4 minutes to midnight at 11:56 p.m. on November 25th, 2009, John was pronounced deceased.
You can see how bloated his
Following
legs
this
were
tragic
from all the blood.
confirmation, authorities determined it was best to leave John's body in the cave, rather than risk more lives in an attempt to recover him. While the decision was not well received, John's family ultimately decided they were at peace with leaving John's body inside, as long as the cave would be permanently closed. On December 1st, 2009, explosives were placed in the cave and detonated, causing a collapse of the main passageway leading to the body of John Jones. The following day, the same personnel returned and cemented the opening of Nutty Putty Cave, sealing it from the public. According to his family, John was in his second year of
With
medical
his
school
wife and
at the
daughter. I
University
feel
of
so
Virginia in
bad for them.
Charlottesville.
That's horrible.
He planned and was working toward becoming a pediatric cardiologist. Following the cave's closure, the family mounted a memorial plaque which reads, "Our beloved John passed away at this site. He was a loving father, a kind husband, a loyal son, and a true and cherished friend. We miss you and love you always." A second plaque placed by the family thanks and honors the rescuers who worked tirelessly to free
That's
John.
terrifying.
The final line reads, "We invite all who visit John's final resting place to enjoy and respect this sacred
That's
space."
terrifying. How horrible.
Emily later gave birth to a son, who she named John in her husband's memory.
How horrible. That's awful. Yeah. I'll never go into a cave system just because of that. No way. Not happening.